Pride parade cancelled mid-route after pro-Palestinian demonstration on Yonge.
This post received a score of 10,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
There were 200,000 people at the parade and it was stopped by 20 protesters?
They tried this in the DC Pride Parade a couple weeks ago and the honor guard just marched right through them, with the police following and continuing to march through them too. Didn't even stop the parade lol. People need to stand up to this nonsense.
I was at the NY parade and they tried to jump the fence a couple times with Palestinian flags but were generally ignored and marched past.
Albany they matched with the parade.
Greater than about 20 protesters, calling themselves the Coalition Against Pinkwashing, according to the Toronto Star, began chanting, "Free Palestine" and "Pride wants a riot" near the Yonge-Wellesley Street intersection, disrupting what had been a celebratory mood. Toronto Pride said in a statement later that the decision to cancel the rest of the parade was made due to their commitment to ensuring public safety. All it takes is 20 people to cancel the Pride March? Not a good look.
Possibly, but on the other hand, calling the police to clear protesters is probably a worse look at a pride parade. Also, now the story is about how the Palestinian protesters are anti-pride, or anti-gay and it makes them look worse. Might be the best way to play this sort of thing.
The Middle East outside of Israel is quite intolerant of gay people, so them being for an anti-gay cause does sort of track. Honestly, the fact this was stopped because the organizers and people involved were too virtue signally to stand up for their own issue over other lesser leftist issue is a mark against them. Frankly, there should be a wedge driven between genuine progressive issues and the ideologies who want to use progressivism as a shield.
Quite intolerant? A lot of the Middle East will jail you. If not, sentence you to death for being gay.
Then it makes sense why a pro-Palestine group would want to block a gay rally, wouldn't it?
If I had $1 every time this were to happen, I could afford a lot of things.
Not if that thing you were trying to afford was housing in Canada.
Or anywhere.
I mean, the median house in a solid half the states in the country is like $250K. It's just that California is 3x that.
In Vancouver, apartments start at around $500K, about an hour out of the city proper. An actual detached house, you're not getting for under $1 million without going hundreds of km away from the city. Rent for an apartment in the city starts at around $3,000 per mo, too.
According to Canada has a price-to-income ratio of about 10.4 currently, which puts it on par with the UK, 9.1, Germany, 9.4, Italy, 10.2, Mexico, 10.7, and France, 11.2. US is 3.3, which is way out of norm with the rest of the G7 really. As Canadians can whine and complain about how things are, but when it comes to data we are on par with the rest of the world really. But yeah, let's blame Trudeau and jump in with a conservative government. Sounds great.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.